Leader of the Opposition.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. My question's to the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister's now been in office for 141 days. He's had 141 days to tell the Australian people about his plan to increase the GST. Will the Prime Minister increase the GST to 15%, yes or no?
The Prime Minister has the call.
I thank the honourable member for his question, and I'm thanking him for reminding me that I've been in this office for 141 days. But I must say, Mr. Speaker, that the question is eerily familiar to one that he asked about 100 days ago. Nothing seems to have changed. One of the enduring things
on my left
in the opposition's question pack is that question about the GST. Now, Mr. Speaker, as the honourable member knows, there is, and one of his colleagues, the Shadow Treasurer, has quoted from the former Prime Minister Paul Keating in an article about the GST. There is a live debate about tax reform in Australia. It has been informed by material published by this government. It's been informed by contributions from many people. And it's been informed by contributions by state premiers, two of whom at least have advocated an increase in the GST. And I can say to the honourable member that the government is considering carefully all of these proposals. The government has not made a decision to change any element of the tax system beyond those that have already been announced, of course, such as the multinational tax avoidance changes, which Mr. Speaker, honourable members will recall the Labor Party voted against. So troubled by large multinationals avoiding tax, they actually stood in the way of reforms which brought our multinational tax avoidance laws into the 21st century. That's how serious the Labor Party was in terms of protecting Australian businesses that are paying a full rate of tax, and in how little interest they have in helping the government and the Taxation Office in collecting tax from large multinationals that have, of course, by reason of their global structures, abilities to avoid tax and structure their way around tax that small businesses in Australia, for example, do not. So I thank the honourable member for his question. The government is considering all options for reform, for change, very, very carefully, and when the government has made a decision, I can assure the honourable member that he will be one of the first to know.